Hi, everybody. I am doing a new series called Positive Change. And those of you who are not familiar with my channel and with my mission, I believe in healing hearts and minds around the world and empowering them to thrive. Thrive. There's no reason why anyone in the world should not be thriving. There's enough information, enough resources for everyone in the world to be thriving. And so I am looking at an extension of my Positive Change series, and this is kind of a weird twist here. The approach I'm taking is escaping from poverty. Okay, so the first things first, there's something that you need to know. I am myself putting myself in a situation of poverty, a low income situation, and I am going to be sharing my knowledge, my expertise, and I am going to be reaching out to others to help them share their knowledge and expertise so that I could show those struggling financially, step by step, how you can reach out to your community, make connections, and learn step by step how to thrive by becoming more aware and using the resources that are out there that we're not aware of yet. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I started Reflecting Inward Life Coaching in September of 2022. I did this while moving to Los Angeles. And when I moved to Los Angeles, I had 3 part-time jobs just to live while I got this nonprofit off the ground. The nonprofit, the mission of the nonprofit is my life purpose, is to lift others, to bring awareness and resources to people who would find it no other way so that they can overcome the obstacles and challenges that keep them from reaching their goals, that keep them from dreaming. So I had these 3 part-time jobs, and then my intuition told me to quit all of my jobs. I did not move to Los Angeles with a lot of money in the bank. I didn't even have a job at the time when I moved to Los Angeles, but I knew everything was meant to be. That's a whole other story, but I knew everything was meant to happen for a reason. Okay, so I quit my jobs and I just started following my intuition, doing anything it told me to do. Well, I ended up selling my car because it told me to. I ended up getting rid of all of my belongings, down to 1 big suitcase and 1 carry-on suitcase. This all happened within a week, by the way. I was offered a job with Burbank, the city of Burbank, to be an administrator for the Job Connect program, the new Job Connect Plus program. I was offered this position. I was going to take it. My intuition told me not to take it 2 weeks before I sold my car, 2 weeks before I got rid of all of my stuff. Sunday, I got rid of all of my stuff. Monday, I sold my car. On Thursday, my awareness was drawn to the possibility that I might be going to Australia. So I said, I better prepare for that. I applied for a visa. I got it literally within 1 minute. Okay, in my inbox within 1 minute. So I said, okay, should I just wait until you tell me to go, or should I be looking to just go? My intuition said, go. I was like, okay, go like in a week, go like in, my contract ends in about 2 weeks. Should I wait till the end of my housing contract? Nope, go. This was on a Thursday. Friday morning, I bought my ticket, 1-way ticket to Australia. Monday evening, I flew out. I spent 5 months in Australia. I was living off of how much I made from my car, and I was every month just paying off the credit cards that I was using. Well, I did this until I ran out of money in my bank, and I was just using credit cards, but I kept asking my intuition, okay, is it time to go back yet? Time to go back yet? No. 5 months later, I had this amazing aha moment. I knew I was making a connection with God or the universe, that the source of knowledge taught me something. And I said, okay, is it time to go home? And I got the response, yes. So I went back to America, but I kept asking, should I get a job? No. Should I get a job? No. And my rational mind was saying, no, Heather, you need to get a job. This is called adulting, right? Be responsible, which is what I've always been taught. But I kept going because my intuition kept telling me, no. Well, let's fast forward, okay? Now I've maxed out all of my credit cards. Okay. And again, if you know about my nonprofit, one-on-one coaching is free for those between the ages of 14 and 25. I only get paid if I have someone over the age of 25 who is in a financial situation to be able to pay me. My actual income in the last 2 years has been very minimal. 4 months at least, I have had no financial resources, none. And so I've just been, again, following my intuition. I was feeling down the other day, feeling quite down. And people were encouraging me, well, maybe you should just, you're helping these people for free. You need to be charging them. And then the other side was, well, then while you're pursuing your goals and your dream, then maybe you should just have a job to provide, the things you need for survival, while you're still following your dream. And I was like, but I feel like if I take one of these jobs that aren't aligned with my goals, it's just going to pull my attention away from it, pull my energy away from it. I was down. I wasn't sure what I should be doing. I sat there pondering and meditating, and it hit me. Heather, the whole goal of the documentary series that you are pursuing and that you're crowdfunding for a high-scale documentary. We're talking industry executives on board with this. We're talking is going to Netflix, some streaming site where the whole world can see it. Big, right? This is your goal. Then you should be doing exactly what you want the documentary to be doing. So I decided, okay, well, I'm overqualified for most of the jobs out there. The ones that I am qualified for, highly qualified for, I would be making 3 times minimum wage at least. I don't have a car to get to these places. So I had to start thinking, okay, what am I going to do? Well, it has to be walkable. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. If I'm trying to help people who are experiencing financial struggles, I need to be right where they are. So I am by choice choosing to take a job that is going to pay me minimum wage or less. I just had an interview to be a server at Denny's, and it's about a 2-mile walk each way. Where I live, it's freezing cold in the winter. Winter lasts about 6 months out of the year. And so I will be walking 2 miles each way in potentially negative degrees and windstorms, snowstorms. So I would be making $3.35 an hour. And if I don't get at least $20 in tips, they said they'd pay me minimum wage, get me back up to what minimum wage would be. All right. So that is what I'm doing. Right now, what I am doing is I am putting myself in a situation where I have low income. And because I quit my jobs 3 years ago and I haven't had a pay stub, I don't qualify for food stamps. I don't qualify for Medicaid. I don't qualify for any kind of housing assistance. So that's where we're going to start. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to consolidate my debt. Get that debt cut in half, get a reasonable interest rate, and get it taken care of, okay? Because now that I have a job, in my future, I can start debt reconciliation. The very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, as soon as I get pay stubs, I'm going to present those to get food stamps and Medicaid. Personally, I don't think we need those programs. I believe there's a better way. However, I do believe that for a limited time, that's what they're there for. They're there to help you get to a goal, to prop you up just enough so that you can take action to pursue your goals. So I have goals. I want to be fully sustainable. I want to have my own property with a full orchard and a full garden. I want to have a completely off the grid, full circle home. And I want to eat only organic food. I want to be completely away from processed foods with additives and GMOs and everything else that's added to our foods to keep us addicted. They're literally causing harm, which leads us to going to the doctor, which gets them money. See the vicious cycle? You've heard of this vicious cycle before. I refuse to be extorted for their gain. So I'm going to put my money where it's the things that I value, and I'm going to find a way. And one of those ways is that I'm going to start growing my own organic fruits and vegetables inside aeroponically and or hydroponically, using the bare minimum financial resources I possibly can. I have not made minimum wage. Well, I did for a while when I was in college. But other than that, I have not made minimum wage since my first job when I was 16 years old working at Dairy Queen. I am now going back to less than minimum wage. How is this going to be possible? Well, like I said before, I'm going to use some of those social services just long enough for me to reach my goal. And along the way, I'm going to show you what I have learned and what I have experienced that got me to where I was. I was in a professional role, and the only reason I left was because I felt like I could not support the students the way they needed with the lack of support from administration. I'm never going to have property with an orchard and a garden and my full circle off the grid house unless I start somewhere. So that's where I'm starting with the aeroponics indoors now, because in a year, I could still be paying the grocery store for the most expensive fruits and vegetables that I eat today because I did nothing today. Or I can do something today, and in 1 year, I won't have to buy any of those things, and they keep growing as I care for them. All right, so welcome to the journey. Welcome to this interesting new phase of my life. And I hope that you gain insights as I struggle and as I have successes and as I reach out to people in the community to educate myself, to become more aware of what I can do to succeed in my goals. And I hope that when I meet those people and they share information, I hope that you find that information valuable too. When we help each other, we can all thrive. But we have to be willing to open our mouth. And before that, we have to be willing to consider the possibility that we might be able to achieve our dreams, to have the things that we want in our life. Things will fall into place. Things will get better. And I strongly believe as I continue to think that way and behave that way and to engage with people that way, I can help not only myself, but others. And that's what I'm here for. I can't wait to share the things that I learn so that other people can benefit from them. Hi, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this series on working together as a community to overcome poverty so that everyone can thrive. If you're appreciating this and it's meaningful to you, I encourage you to subscribe and to share this channel with other like-minded individuals. Also, I wanted to make you aware that there is a GoFundMe currently running to help this series become a professionally documented series on a platform such as Netflix. So, 2 reasons why this is important. 1, this series could become something that is shot by professional production teams and take it to the whole new level of who we have access to and what we can bring to you for awareness. The second thing is, if we can meet that goal, it will be a blaring sign to production companies that this is something that viewers want, that this is something that viewers find meaningful. So if this is something that you advocate, please consider just donating $10. If they see that we made it to our goal and it literally took 100,000 people to get there, people only donated $5 because that's all they could, it's even more telling that this is more beneficial and meaningful to the people who need it the most. So please consider sharing the GoFundMe that's in the description. And I hope this turns into something huge. Let's make these production companies go into a bidding war over this. All right. You have a wonderful day. I look forward to bringing you more content and more awareness for how you can become a thriving member of your community. Have a great day.